Hi, I'm Dr. Gail, and I'm a starseed healer. I want to thank every one of you new subscribers for subscribing, and my old subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so glad you're interested in my stories. When I started this, I wasn't sure if anybody would be interested in them, but apparently y'all are, and I appreciate it. Now, today I have another story, and this is for entertainment purposes only. Now, I have a spirit guide. My main spirit guide is named Matky. It's M-A-T-K-Y. And she has been with me forever. She helps me with everything. She helps me with the healing. She helps me with sessions. She helps me with everything. And she takes me to the Akasha records. I mean, she's just my little helper all the time. And yesterday, she wanted to take me to her planet. Now, I have never been to her planet, didn't know much about her. And she had always told me in the past that I wouldn't be able to pronounce it or I wouldn't know much about it. So I was real honored that she was going to take me there yesterday. Now, Matky is a little blue being who's really petite. She's cute as she can be. She has a bubbly personality. She's like a little chatty Cathy. And the most remarkable thing about her is her head has a shape of almost like a crown. That's the shape of it, but it's part of her. And whenever she's talking, or even especially when she's laughing, it's moving. It looks like jello. It's moving all the time. And you just sit there and stare at it because you're so mesmerized by the movement of the top of her head. She does have dark blue eyes, and she is light blue, and her skin is like transparent. So when you're seeing the blue, it's almost like it's the fluids that's inside of her. That you're seeing, and you can see it kind of moving around. It's almost like water that you're seeing. And she doesn't wear clothes, and she doesn't have hair and no external genitals. She has thin arms, thin legs, but she is humanoid. So, and she is just a joy to be around. She's so cute. And anyway, so she took me to her planet, and I'm going to have to read a lot because there's a lot of information I got. I spent a couple hours on her planet. And the name of the planet, and I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of this, is Drgailstarseed. Anyway, when I was trying to pronounce it, she says, just call it Ur, Y-E-R, call the planet Ur. And the people are called Urs, Y-E-R-S. And this planet was like a variety of blue. It went from like a off-white to a dark blue. And it was sand-like material, but it wasn't sand, but it was that type of material. And there are a few sparse trees in the background, but what I was looking at was mainly a lot of huts, and they look like igloos. And didn't have much inside. Actually, they look almost like igloos, except they were made out of the sand material that they have there. And they had like a bed in there and a chair and a table. And it's a family that lives in each one of these huts. And there were rows and rows of them. And the temperature there is always about 50 degrees all the time. And it never gets dark there. It only gets kind of a dusk coloring. And it's bright most of the time. So they don't have any real regular sleep habits. They will sleep like 30 minutes to 2 hours, and that's determined by hereditary, which is fascinating. I thought that your sleep schedule was determined by your heritage. So anyway, they work and live in harmony. They are 5th density going to 6th density, and right now, like she is 6th density. She said most of the elders are 5th, but all the ones that are being born now there are 6th. They don't have any real food. They either have liquids, or sometimes they have pills. They do still have male and female. They don't have, but they only have 3 children, and either the male or the female can carry that child. So they don't have sex. They have a mental union, and this mental union is what creates the child, and either the male or female can carry it. There's no military. The leaders are the elders, and you can tell the elders because they were the dark blue. The youngs started off as kind of off-white, and as they get older, they were a dark blue. Now, she was a light blue, so she was obviously very young. They are telepathic, very tranquil, high vibrational. They love getting together in groups of like 15 to 20. They sit in a circle, and the purpose of that circle was to manifest. So they would go into meditation, and I'm not sure if there was just a certain amount of people that did it or if they all took turns and did it, but I literally got to see them manifest a hut. It came out of the sand and came up into the hut, and they were just sitting in a circle manifesting this hut. I've never seen anything like that. I was so glad to experience it, but I couldn't believe it. Just sitting there, and all of a sudden, here comes a hut, and there's a place, somebody's house to live in. So anyway, they also, when they do sit in the circle, they do manifest food and anything else that they need. They are descendants of the Arcturians, but they say they have a more rounded personality, and they adapt to every situation. Now, I don't know if that's true, if that's their opinion. They are located on the outer skirts of the Milky Way, which is our universe, but they can see Andromeda, the universe Andromeda. So I'm not so sure they're not in that Andromeda star system, if they can actually see the next galaxy of Andromeda, because I believe that is in that star system. So we have not discovered this planet yet because we have listed it as a star. So we don't know anything about it yet. But anyway, that's my story today about the yours and my guide Metkai, which that's where she's from. And well, my name is Dr. Gail. This is for entertainment purposes, and my information will be down in the description box. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks. Bye-bye.